Broker IPTV.
Today we're talking with Alison Brennan of the ABC investment team of RE/MAX Professionals. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, we're talking about luxury real estate. It's an area that you specialize in. What is, quote, the state of the luxury market right now?
Well, nationally, it's indicative of what's happening here locally in the Denver market. We have about over 30-month supply of inventory in luxury home marketplace currently.
Okay.
Basically,
there's plenty to choose from.
Exactly. It's a great buyer's market still. That's not to say that certain pockets of the Denver market area aren't outperforming others, like Cherry Hills, Greenwood, Crestmore, and Hilltop. But lots, however, there's a huge supply of lots still, so it's still a great time to either move up and buy that dream home or to build it from the ground up.
Yeah, get the dirt. For those people who don't know, what is the definition of a luxury home? Luxury home,
general rule of thumb is that it's 3 times the average sold price in the marketplace. So here in Denver, our average sold price is $250,000. So the price point of the luxury home would start at $750,000.
One of the questions I always get is people say to me, well, what's the activity right now? And I always say, you know, if you're right around $1 million, you're going to get some showings, you're going to get some activity, you may even get some offers. But as you get over 2, it starts to get a little quiet. What are you seeing? Exactly right. Over 2, the inventory goes up, and so our absorption rate is high. So you're going to have a little bit less activity in that price range. And I think one of the concerns out there with people, particularly sellers, is, am I going to be able to sell my property? There are some tighter guidelines as far as lending goes. Will a buyer be able to get a loan to buy my luxury house? What do you say to those sellers? Well, I think you can sell your home, of course. There's a buyer for every home. There are tighter lending requirements. The buyer does have to be an A-plus buyer, you know, 720 FICO, around a 25% down payment, verifiable income, and those are tough to do when you're self-employed. But the seller, I think, needs to be counseled effectively by their real estate professional. Well, do you think that the tighter lending guidelines now have made an impact on the luxury market, and that's why we've got, a plethora of inventory? Absolutely. With tighter guidelines, you're going to have a less buyer pool, so it's going to increase our inventory. And when you have an over 12-month supply of inventory like we do here locally in the Denver market, it's going to drive the prices down. So, one of the things I tell our sellers is that, I'm not seeing a lot of buyers coming in doing large loan packages. I see them really coming in, they're leveraging portfolios. Correct. They're doing cash deals. I mean, are you experiencing pretty much the same thing? Correct. Just because of the lending requirements, they're requiring more down. And buyers in this buyer pool might have a lot of assets or their money tied up in other investments, but not necessarily cash readily available. All right, so how are some sellers effectively moving their properties? Well, certain sellers that are effectively moving their property have been counseled effectively by their real estate professional. And when you're selling a luxury home, you have to realize that you're not just selling a home, but a lifestyle. And to effectively target that buyer pool, you have to realize what type of lifestyle that home is offering. For example, if it has 1,000+ wine cellar, bottle wine cellar, then what you want to do is maybe target the venture clubs. And not just locally, but nationally and internationally. If you drink wine, you want this house. That's right. That's right. I appreciate that. That's great information. Thanks for being with us. Thank you for having me.
Find more real estate videos at brokeriptv.com.